The shooting happened around 2:20 this afternoon in the 500 block of Lyndhurst. Then that car that was shot at, it was a blue Honda. It ended up at the intersection I'm standing at right now, Edmonston and Loudon Avenues. We're told the child was in the back seat of that car when she was struck. There was also another child inside that car, but that child was, well, Jamie, we do know that 7-year-old is in critical condition at shock trauma right now. As Chief T.J. Smith put it, she is this tragedy. Rick?
Speak aloud.
My name is Sonia Chappell. I'm here to represent my daughter, India Chappell, age 26, deceased because of domestic violence. I'm here today to support Phyllis, known as Core Scott's event, Put Those Guns Down. We mothers are coming together asking that these guns be put down. Let our children live, let our children grow up. They say it takes a village. But if our village is broken, how are we going to have a village? We're asking that everyone come together to get this village back together. Make this village, a whole village. Help our youth, help our children, help our mothers, help our fathers. So we have to come together, and how we're going to help our villages, we're going to have love. We're going to have to conquer hate. We're going to have to give some support to our youth. Let them know that they're loved. If they're dealing with a lot of anger, we got to get together and calm this anger down, because anger causes evil, retaliation. So we got to work with the mind and the heart so we can come together. Please put the guns down. We mothers are asking you that. We don't want anyone else to go through this pain. Please put the guns down. Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Learn how to love. Find someone that can mentor you into being the person that you need to be. No matter if it's your aunt, your uncle, a school teacher, a preacher, find somebody in the community. Because I'm finding out in our communities, there's a lot of help for our youth. But you got to come out of your state of mind of where you in to get the help that you need. It's out there. Take advantage of it. We want you to live. We don't want you to die. We want you to conquer. We don't want you to fail. We want you to have hope. Put down the dope. We want you to be living, not dying. Please put those guns down. Thank you.
All right. You know, this was a show you was on before, Welcome to My Hood. You know what it is.
Yes, I do.
Give it to me again.
My name is Jill Robinson, and July 26, 2014, which will be 4 years next week, my son was murdered in the streets of Portland. It's so sad the way things have gotten even worse. My son was number 115 of that year. I don't want to have him remembered by the number that he was, because he was a person. Each person that has been murdered is given a number.
Yep.
You are known by a number.
This is the system.
That's all. That's our system. Yep. But what's so sad is that it only takes a split second to pull a trigger. What are we so angry about? What's going on in our community that people are they're just ready to take you out? There's no respect for human life anymore. There's no street code anymore. No brotherhood anymore. And it's so sad because we used to teach our children when something was wrong, where do you go to? Police! Hey! I got something on that note. We got our kids being murdered by the police. Okay, where do we go? What do we do? Where does it stop? You're going to hear it over and over and over again today from these moms that's here. Put down the guns. Baltimore, stop. You know, when I visit other places, they talk about Baltimore so bad. We are talked about all over the country because of our murder rate. But we are known for so many other wonderful things. And I'm hurting, and I'm trying to keep from crying right now. But you know, every day since my child was murdered, when I wake up, the pain, it's like it's July 26, 2014 all over again. People say, oh, it'll get better, it'll get better, it'll get better. Well, I'm still waiting for it to get better. But what I want to say to everybody is, we are a support group. We don't want anybody to feel like that they have to go on this journey alone, because you don't have to. And there are people who will say to you, oh, I feel your pain. Oh, I know what you're going through. No, you don't. If you have not had a child murdered, no, you don't feel my pain. You don't know what I'm going through. Okay? We are born to be taught that you're gonna die. Okay? That's life process. You're born, you're gonna die. Murder is a whole different thing. We prepare ourselves for death as far as when somebody gets injured and you know it's a fatal injury, okay. If somebody is sick and you know in those circumstances you have a chance to say goodbye to your loved one. But when somebody is murdered, you don't never get a chance to say goodbye. And the sad part is, when a lot of these cases go to court, and that's when you think that you're going to be able to put some kind of closure, and you get in the courtroom, and you got families fighting against families. You got threats made against you. You got negative comments made. The sad part with me is, I won't get to go to court. Because they get ready to classify my son's case a cold case. Because his homie, who's supposed to be his friend, I'm going to tell y'all, that's who they came for. He looked them in the face, he knows who they were, and he won't come forward. And he committed the worst crime of all. Because he gave the police a false description. He wasted taxpayers' money and time by letting a police artist draw a face of somebody who doesn't exist. And they told me that, yes, that's a crime, but because he's the only witness, it's nothing that can be done. Now, I want to say to everybody who's going through this, you're not alone. We're all going through the same journey. I tell everybody, and I'll say it once again, I don't care what umbrella you choose to stand under, what your group is called, what the title is, none of that matters. Because we're all on the same journey. We've lost a loved one. We lost a child. So I'm saying, Baltimore, stop it. Use that negative energy and turn it into something positive. If you see the young people on the street that's going astray, talk to them. Mentor them. It's not just the young people. We got some old heads out here still doing this foolishness. Get in touch with yourself. Find out, was it really worth taking somebody else's life? If it's not a matter of self-defense, who gives you the right to just think you can snuff somebody out over drugs, money, robbery, anything, or because you got a bad temper? Get in touch with yourself and find out what is really wrong. Because it's a lot of hidden anger in individuals who can kill somebody. You know what? I'm going to cut it short, but I've got to say this. When it happened to my son, believe it or not, my heart went out to the mother of the murderer. Because I was like, wow, my child is gone. But it's not a win-win situation because this mother is going to either lose her child to the street or to the courts or be going to jail or whatever. And is she saying to herself, is this the first murder my child ever committed? Has he done this before? Is this child sleeping under my roof and he has that kind of rage going through him? So what I'm saying is that You have to get in touch with yourself. It's a big picture. We got to find out what's going on in, I quote, the hood, the neighborhood. We got to find out what's happening. Because it's getting worse, Baltimore. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. And I am a mad mom. And if I took the anger that I had in me, whoa. And nothing like street vengeance, because you feel like you give the system a chance. I feel like the system failed me. I do. But all I want to say is, get it together, people. Start loving each other, embracing each other. It is okay to hug a stranger. I did it. And this lady said to me, you had no idea how much I needed that today. I told her, miss, I really didn't even just do it for you. I did it for me. Because I'm hurting so bad today. I need a hug. And we stood there and just hugged each other. And I was in Sam's Club one day, and this lady walked up behind me, and she was crying, and I turned around to look at her, and she let me know that her child had just been murdered. This lady was out shopping for the repast. Been there, did that. But you know what? You still try to keep your composure. You try not to take your anger out on other folks. You have friends and family members who don't know what to say to you. Sometimes don't say nothing. Just let them know that you're there. The siblings that's left behind, my son has a sister. My son had 3 kids. I have 3 grandkids who don't have their father. And my son worked for the Highway Administration, trying to make the bridges and the streets of our state safe. And he wasn't even safe. He wasn't even safe. And it breaks my heart, because when I wake up, I can't explain to everybody what I'm feeling. Sometimes I'm standing at the kitchen sink and I bust out crying. Sometimes I'm cooking. I'm beating scrambled eggs, and I remember he'd be like, "Ma Deuce, I need more cheese in them eggs," you know, or I don't smell the fried potatoes and onions. It's just little things. I may still clean up and find one of his sweatshirts or a school picture, his high school diploma. It's 4 years. But it ain't over. It ain't over. So Baltimore, please put the guns down. Enough is enough. Let's stop this violence. Let's give up some love. And let's start moving in a positive direction. Because I told my daughter, I said, yes, your mother's going through some post-traumatic stress. I'm in a war. It's a war right here in our own city. They talk about terrorism. That's right here. That is right here. So I'm trying to turn my negativity and my post-traumatic stress into something positive. I got nothing but love for you, Baltimore. I have to. Peace out.
I feel so sad that I'm hearing that everybody's sons and daughters die, and I feel so sad that it's a lot of kids that die that don't get to live their life to be old and see their children have other children. I know how I feel to have someone to die, because my stepmom died like 2 years ago, and I really don't know how she died ever. And when the summertime comes, I cry a lot about it, because she died in this month, July, 2 years ago, and I just know how it feels to have somebody lost in your life, because you just don't see them no more. And I know my father going through a lot too.
Thank you, granddaughter.
Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you.
God
baby. Take the show. Take the floor.
Hello, y'all already know I'm the mom of Malcolm, J.K. Pridgett. I call myself the art mom. I really do. Homicide is a homicide regardless. But we are like, I always say we like army soldiers. That we play this picture in our mind like, Miss Jill say, oh my son, I'll be like, dang, they go her story, my story, Kiki's story, Ebony's story, and all this stuff come down to one, right? So, after the story is played, where's everybody? All we got is the mom. That's all we got. Peace and blessing, Miss Jill, Kiki, Ebony,
Back at you.
Sharief,
Back at you.
Pastor Paul.
Yes.
Change will come, Pastor Paul, I'm telling you. Pastor Paul said he about tired of some stuff. Mom's about tired of some stuff too.
Oh boy.
Look at that baby over there crying. Now that Grandpop over there, you got something to say? You coming up here?
Yeah.
Come on, Grandpop. Come on, Papa Bear. Come on. Bring it. Bring it.
First of all, I gotta start off by hugging my granddaughter.
Yeah, that's right.
Love you.
I'm going to see right.
Love all the children. Man, preacher man. Okay.
I'm glad they got somebody like you.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Good job. All right. Are united. Okay. Now, believe it or not, okay, another angle to this, destiny. Destiny is something else. Because destiny comes from a greater source than us. You see? So y'all was meant to become sisters. You was meant that. And she was meant to be
Mama, we got it.
Mama. You know what I'm saying? Now sometimes, right, it takes a tragedy to bring us together.
Bring us together, yes.
Other than that, right, I ain't got time for her. I ain't got time for him. I ain't got time. But guess what? You got time now.
Yeah. Nothing but time.
Where was your time at before? Huh? So what am I saying, right? When you get my age and you get her age, right, you understand a little more about life.
Right.
See, because we know where you're going. Oh, I got lost too. My daughter. I got lost. Okay. California. Oh, it's all right. I don't want to hear the word stop. Because I'm past that now. You know why? Because I got a relationship with God. I don't want to hear that. I'm sorry. You know what I want to hear? We're going to work together and try to prevent another one. That's what I want to hear. Sorry, hey, mama. Do I use that word often? Rarely. I've been knowing him for years. And that's one, what is it, a 4-letter word? Five. Oh, it's one beyond. I don't even know that. Okay? Alright? But in the hood, they probably spell it S-O-R-Y. Don't know it's 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I thought it was 4 letters. Because I'm so used to being in the hood. Alright. So that's all. I ain't got much to say. I just want to say, right, we are meant to come together. Okay? Because you are the anointed ones. Okay? I was anointed before my daughter demise. But guess what? What is that verse about being called? The what?
Many are called but chosen of.
Many are called. I heard the voice. But guess what? He said, guess what? You heard the voice, but now I'm going to choose you. And I said, wait a minute. How are you going to choose me? I got that phone call when there was 20 people in the room saying your daughter is gone. Wow. So guess what? Now I'm chosen.
Right. Man, he said
On March 16, I lost my son, Decoy Corn. It's been very, very hard. People really don't understand because I lost him, then I lost my son's father 9 months later. Then on my son's anniversary, my mother went in a coma and passed away his first year anniversary. So it's just been a struggle, but due to the grace of God, I'm still standing. I still remain strong. You know, I just want the word to be, because I'm a young mom. I lost my son I was 35 when I lost my son. He was 20. We just need to come together as a community. And like Paul said, we got to stop being friends with our kids. We got to stand our ground and be a mother to our kids. Not we see stuff going on. Correct it right then and there. Correct it. Don't let it keep on going on and on and on until it's too far. We can't do nothing about it. But, you know, I'm just trying to remain standing. And, you know, my son, and if anybody know my son was my dad. And I'm real. My son was my heart. My son, we stand hand in hand. That was my man. So I just, you know, just keep me in prayer. I can't get it together. I'm trying to get it together. My stomach all over the place. My head all over the place. You know, people talk to you. You don't know what to believe, what to say, or what to what, you know. So I'm just trying to keep my spirits up for my other 4 sons. You know, and my son, Decoy, did have a daughter, you know, trying to keep it up for her. So let's keep me in prayer, y'all. I'm just trying to keep it together. Trying to get it together. Thank you.
All right, my name is Kiki Collins. My son Dante Collins was murdered July 31st, 2016 at 22 years of age. At the time of Dante's death, he was a welder and pile driver. So I was more scared of him getting hurt at work, being down in the ditch, than on the streets of Baltimore. So when I got that phone call, and they said they shot Dante, who was that? Because I didn't even think anybody hated my son enough to do anything to him. Never been in a fight. Never got suspended from school. So I wasn't one of those mothers expecting that phone call. I wasn't one of those mothers that said, okay, well, I might have to look out for this. Did he get in trouble after school? He did. But the circumstances surrounding it matches his character. And because of his character, I stood by him no matter what, because I know my child. And I know we always say we don't know our children when they leave out. You know your child's character. We know what our child is capable of doing. So regardless of what, it's not true that you don't know. You might not know the specifics, but you know what your child is capable of doing. And that's where all of this is coming from as far as these murders. It's the retaliation. It's the fact that it's easy to turn a blind eye. And I see it more now because people don't even want to gravitate toward us because they don't want to deal with our pain. So they don't want to gravitate to these young men and women out there because they don't want to have to deal with the pain, the trauma, the molestation, the rape, the drug abuse, the neglect that these kids is dealing with. It's easy to throw them in a case on their own and say, all right, leave them there. You leave them there long enough, they're going to come out, and that's what they're doing. They're coming out and they're killing our kids. Now, yes, granted, some of our kids are out here up to no good. But it's so many resources out here. It's so many resources out here. It's enough people that want to help. Just be the change. Be the change you want to see. I always say when we out here marching, when we out here at visuals, come out here with us. Be a supporter. Don't be a member of this group that nobody wants to be a part of. I still have 2 more sons. I say I can't afford another child. I can't afford it.
Yeah.
Mentally, emotionally, physically, I just can't afford it. Wow. So I'm always out. I'm always preaching. I'm always talking. Yeah. I don't care how much I'm crying, how bad I'm feeling. I still want to be that. Whatever someone need to be for them, that's what I try to be. So I was able to come up with my own organization because I know how big support is. Support is a big deal to me. And I know that when I started my journey, I had a group of women that was there with open arms waiting for me. But things changed. So I started No Other Mother because I didn't want another mother to feel this pain that we have to feel. This pain that's bigger than life. This pain that's so unimaginable. Even going on 2 years on the 31st, it's still so new because it's a different pain every day. Something hits you every day. Your emotions is everywhere. You develop anxiety, depression, whatever else. You know, some people run to alcohol, some run to drugs just to mask this pain. And it takes a lot of strength. So it's a lot of strength around. Yeah. It takes a lot of strength to keep pushing and to even get out the bed. Yeah. But when you know you want change, you have to be that change. So you have to get up. And for those that don't have the will, that don't have the legs right now, that don't have the voice, we are here for you. We're here to stand in the gap, to be that wherever you need us to be for you. Wow. But No Other Mother is available. It's a virtual group. Yeah. And it's just for support. It's just for support. Everybody have a purpose, and my purpose is I just want to continue to uplift women. Because after the murder of your child, you still have to be a wife. You still have to be a girlfriend. You still have to be a mother to your other children. You still have to go to work. You still have to be all of that. So somebody has to be able to uplift us while we still have to drive that bus. We still have to do it. So I don't care how many organizations it is out here. We have to come together. We have to be there for each other. When I'm weak, I thank God I have women around me that help hold me up. That's the only way I can be there for somebody else. So I might look strong, but sometimes my legs is so weak. Sometimes my heart is so heavy I can't get up out the bed. But I push, I push, I push. And that's my message. Just keep on pushing. Try to be that light that you want for yourself. Be that for somebody else. And let's just continue to stick together.
Amen.
Give me a picture of that shirt.
And see, today is a good day.
Yes, it is.
Today is a good day.
Yes, it is.
And I'm smiling.
Yes, you
Keep smile.
That's all I said this is birthday.
Yeah, I said. Yeah. Keep smile.
Oh, hey.
You got a pretty smile, too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Like I tell them, I said, I worked hard for this smile. I'm not going to let nobody take it away from me.
Hello, everyone. This is Angie Winder, coming out to support the Love Thy Neighbor event. Anytime, I'm always been an advocate in the community when it comes to our homicide victims and their families. I think that, you know, having this group support and having just the village come together and support one another is definitely something that we need always, and I'm just encouraging everyone just to continue to support and continue to give assistance. Thank you, everyone. So yes, I saw my husband on the board, so I'm just thankful that 15 years later, he's still his face is still there, his story is still there, and it's going to be lived through myself and others. And we have to continue to do that. Just continue to allow our loved one's story to live. A legacy never dies. So, thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Sharief McMahon. You found the Other Mother's Love Will Never Die. Come here today to support Phyllis and her event, Love Thy Neighbor. Even though it's raining out here, all us mothers out here to celebrate and come out to be part of this event. All of us have been impacted by loss. Actually, today, that's 14 years that I buried my son. He was murdered down there on Fairmont and Mall for 14 years ago. So, just happy to be here, even though it's raining. I could be home laying in the bed, but today I chose to come out and visit the mothers. And just grateful from getting this far in life, because when you lose a child, when your child is taken to the system of gun violence, it takes a toll on your life. I mean, you don't never be the same. So each second is different. You never know how you're going to feel, but like today, I'm happy that I'm here. Before I got here, I was saying. Just thankful, since then I have had 3 nephews murdered in Baltimore City and 2 cousins. Next week, the 26th, that's a year for my great nephew being murdered. He was shot 13 times on Murray and Green Mountain. So the family all over the place, and that's a day that my granddaughter's birthday as well. So we don't know what to mourn or celebrate, because a tragedy happened that day, and then our birthday need to be celebrated that day. So we don't even really know how we're going to be celebrating that day. So it's good to come around and be around our mothers and other people that have it in the past, so we can share our tools and help us to get to strengthen one another. So I'm thankful again for being here. My name is Sharon McMahon again. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's like the light today, I came out to celebrate, but that's what this is. It's really a celebration of us mothers, sisters, aunts, cousins, brothers that lost loved ones. And I lost my baby, Kevin Jones, 2015.
She said she's back. She said she's back.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
To murder. He was on his way to work, 5 in the morning. He was at work in the parking lot where he was killed. And a good kid. Everybody who knew him loved him. The old saying was to know him was to love him, because that's all you could do. He finished school. He was on his way to college. And this year would have been his 3rd year in college. He didn't get a chance to make it to his 1st year due to violence. We as parents, that love our children, we have to teach our kids that the street ain't the way. We have to be there for our kids. We cannot let the streets of other people teach our kids. It do starts at home. And these folks with these kids running around there feel like it's okay because you have a gun and you can kill somebody. That makes you a man. It makes you a punk. And I'm sorry, you would never be a man in a real man's eye. What happened to you to stand up and fight? We fought, we got our tails beat. Hey, it was okay. We stood another day, and we turned out to be the best of friends the next day. Sometimes I know we was cousins. But that's the way it was. That's the way it was. But now, you don't know what to tell your kids. I always told my kids to mind his business. Nobody bothers you. You don't bother nobody. You can't be minding your business no more than he was doing that morning. He was on his way to work. 5 in the morning. I was just turning over. It's not fair. And the ones that's doing these crimes, they pat on their butt. You get a little bit of time, 15 years, 20 years, you do 10, you do 15, you back out, and you're doing the same thing. Who is the law? Who's making the law? Now, do you want the parents start making law? I'm ready, but you ain't gonna like my law. And I ain't gonna say that it's right. But if I start making law, it's not going to be right. It's not going to be fair to you. It's not going to be fair to the kids because you're not going to like my law. Because it won't be fair. That's how I feel that this law is. This law is not fair to us. It's not even fair to us who lost our kids. We can go into the courtroom. These little people, they turn around, they look, they smirk in your face. These lawyers smiling in your face and you know that they're wrong as all outdoors. Then you talk about the state's attorney. But then you bring up all this bull crap that they can't do their job because they scared. Because the police on the investigation, although a lot of them needs to be where they at, they need to be under investigation. I ain't saying nothing about that, but I'm telling you something. Turn the courtrooms over to us parents that lost kids. Let us handle our business. You can still get paid. Go sit down. Let us handle our business. Do what we need to do. I bet you we will bring fair law to everybody. Everybody have a right. You keep letting these kids out with guns. Okay. Oh, he just went to court because he was found with a gun. He went to court and found with a gun, but now he found with a gun this time, but he done killed some daggone body. And you still trying to save him. You can't save him. God got to save him. And if he don't have sense enough to repent, he will not be saved. But you want to say, I understand these y'all kids and all that because I love my kids no matter what. Whether they're right or wrong, I still love them. But they already know they can't come to me wrong. You got to come to me right. And if you're wrong, you tell me you're wrong, we're going to go and make it right. When you pat these kids up because they do wrong, that's not right because they think they can do wrong to everybody. And it's not so. It's not so. It's not so. When does it stop? What we need to do to stop it. I myself as a parent, I'm in a bad place. I pray every day that God take this feeling from me. Was upon a time when you hurt somebody? No. Can you kill somebody? Oh, no. Ask me that now. Hell yeah, I can. Yes. Yes, I can. Do I want to get a gun? I want to get a gun. Do it make it right? No, it don't make it right. But it's what I want to do. But it don't make it right. So what I'm going to do? I'm going to do what make it right. It hurts me. Because then I'm like, what did I do for my grandbabies? And my great-grandbabies? They growing up in this world. Who's going to protect my babies? I'm raising them. Go to school. Do what you're supposed to do. No, you can't get nothing on the corner. But you can get a whole lot with education. Where am I? Where I go? Who gonna help me with my babies? Keep me from these folks that ain't right. They don't care about my baby, your baby, not even their own babies. What do we do? Who gonna help us? I ain't fighting for me. I'm fighting for the children. I'm fighting for your children. When we was coming up, you ain't had to be no kid. Don't you see us doing something wrong? Tear us up, take us to our parents. That's another one. Please don't let grandma and granddad be there. I had the craziest grandmother. She grabbed me by my ear. Oh, so you want to be out there. You smell yourself. Let me go getting hot. You smell yourself. Man, if I know it, man, turn me up. And I'm crying, looking at my mama. My mama, she humming. And I'm looking at her. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. After a while, she get in the door today. And here goes my mama. Go upstairs. Take my clothes off. My clothes ain't do nothing to me. And I'm like, oh, Lord, Brain just got me tearing me up. Now Mama tearing me up. Yes, she did, because you know what she said? they said you disrespecting the family. Because folks know who you belong to. And you're raised better than that. Where's our kids' foundation? Where our kids' foundation? Where is it? Grandma gone, grandpa gone, now just like the kids just run them up. I'm going to tell you like this, mine's not. If you wasn't my present, yours not. I'm going to treat yours like I treat mine. I done raised as many kids wasn't mine. My neighborhood was my neighborhood. My kids in my neighborhood is my kids. I went to school. I volunteered back to school. The little kid told me, his mother said, he ain't got to listen to nobody. I told the kid, tell your mother to keep you home tomorrow. Because if you're in here, you're going to listen to Miss Hill, and you're going to do what I said. Get over there in that corner and don't look at me. I'm going to tell my mother. I said, tell your mother, I probably know her. He told his mother. She came up to the school, cussing, fussing. I'm sitting in the corner. She didn't see me. Where is she at? He pointed over there at me, and I looked at her, and she looked at me. Oh, Mom! Is that you, Mama G? Yeah, it's me. I said, oh, you come for me? Did you come for me? No, he said, boy, get over here. Then she wanted to hit him. But if it was not me, you coming up here all wrong, that's not what you do. That's why the kids are messed up. You mess them up. Because it was me. It was okay. No. Teach your kids to respect their elders. I don't care who they are. And if you got kids, can't nobody tell them nothing. You need to keep your kids home. And it just starts at home. Say what you want. Tell you what I know. I'm done, Senator, because I'm going to just get real. Keep on going and y'all be done with me. I'm done. I just had to be. I thank you for letting me vent. I thank y'all for just letting me vent. I thank you. I just thank y'all for just letting me vent, man. I just thank you. I do. I just had to vent, man. Anyway, need a room. Sit down.
All right. Bam. My name is Cornelia Scott, Executive Director of Family Survivor Network, and really a person who loves these women who have lost some, in many ways, the most valuable thing in their lives, a child to violence. Their children have been murdered. And I speak here today with these wonderful women, and we first want to say thank you to the organizer, Miss Phyllis.
I tried.
You did a wonderful job.
They say where there's three, and I got more than three, so
and it really, the whole event speaks to the commitment and the love that these women share, having suffered through pain, to find their passion and now their purpose to save your children.
That's right.
Save your children.
Yeah.
They've already given the most, the greatest sacrifice. But now they are here, they stand, and they hold their heads up, and they put their pain in their pocket, and come out here and lift their heads for your children. And so we praise them today, all of them, and we are very so happy to have fellowship with them today. And so God bless. We have a location, we're on Family Survivor Network. We are located at 1032 North Fulton Street, right at the corner of Fulton and Riggs, and we are a place really, and I'm going to say, forget Family, forget Survivor, let's say we are a network. If you are in this effort to stop this violence, come and network with us at 1032 North Fulton. That's what we're doing. Whatever you do, we want to help you do it better. Whatever you can't do, we want to help you do it better. Whatever you can do, we want to join you in doing it. So let's all come together. The women are providing the lead. They're showing you which way to go. All you gotta do is jump in and get involved, and we can stop this violence. It's not gonna be the police ain't gonna do it.
That's right.
It's not gonna be the church on the corner that's gonna do it. It's gonna be you. You are the church. You are the police. It is your community. Get out here and do something and join and get involved today. Thank you.
I went over in the deeper East Baltimore over there where the all the drugs used to be sold with the what's the people off the wire.
Barstow.
Yeah, well, I was with the Barstows last week. And the man told me, he said, Miss, I'm going to tell you what happened. They don't like the police, but they invite them in their house.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. So it's time for us to clean up our house.
So we got to clean up our house.
Clean up our house. Got to clean up our house.
Our police, Boosie. Our police, my 16-year-old son told me, he said, I don't like school and I ain't going to school, and where the hell you gonna live at, son? Check this out, Bobby, not under my roof. I ain't even pay him no more now. I called Sharief. He said, where you going, juvenile justice? Because I'm gonna cover me. So I go to juvenile justice, put him into the impact program for 3 weeks. When he come out, the impact, why the bus was waiting for him to go to job. My son finished school at the age of 16.
Yeah. All right.
How are you?
Well, first and foremost, I greet you all in the name of my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
All right.
I want to get that out of the way first.
Amen.
Because that's most important.
Yes.
Actually, that's the ingredients that we need to bring more healing to the heart of our mothers, our community, and our community as a whole.
Amen.
I just want to share that I lost my son October the 4th, 2016. So when the mothers come out and share their heart and their views about their loss, I can feel their pain. See, one thing I understand about the community is that we are an extended family.
Amen.
Because right now, there's our young people are dying at such an alarming rate, and right now they need some extended mothers. They need some extended fathers. I need some extended uncles. Because at the end of the day, we are one.
Amen.
So we got to continue to put the work in. Matter of fact, we calling everybody. We calling the churches. We calling the mosques. We calling the community as a whole. Because right now, we putting work in. We ain't got time for playing. We ain't got time for joking. Right now, our children are dying at such an enormous rate, and they need all of the fabric of what we have and the chemistry that we have, and we're going to unite that chemistry together, and we're going to begin to move. This ain't about talk. No, it's about action. This is about action. We got to go in and get our young people, because we got more sons out there that's becoming victims, and as we speak right now, somebody's life could possibly just been lost, because that need for the streets, they need us. Our children need us. They need our mothers. They need our fathers. They need our preachers. They need our judges. They need our lawyers. They need our doctors. They need everybody to come together and embrace the fabric of our community so that we can live. When I go to White Marsh, I see life. When I go to certain places, I see life. But when I come here, right here in the heart of our community, I see existence. We're existing. But when I go out there to the other places, they got their sons on their shoulders. They take them out to eat in restaurants. They give the finest education. But when I come down here, I see our children, they have developed a relationship with death. When I go into other areas, they have developed a relationship with life. But guess what? Here we go standing here today, as practitioners. Guess what our children gonna get from us? Life. That's what they're gonna get from us. They'll get life from us. So, as a matter of fact, they're already getting life from us right now because of the practitioners that you are, that we are. We ain't coming here for show. No. We coming here to let the world know, right? Let Baltimore City know that we need your leaders to come outside and make a difference in the life of our children because they need you. Yeah. That's why we here. We give it our hearts. We give it our passion. We give it every fiber of our being to bring about difference, to bring about change. But guess what? I had to realize even in my own life, it had to start with me. I had to make some transitions inside of myself. And I'm asking all those entities out there that I'm speaking to right now, make some transitions within yourselves and then come join forces with us. So we just thank God, man, for his grace and his mercy. And just an opportunity that we can just come together, you know, as a unit, as a family, as a living organism. We're alive. We ain't dead. What we doing is alive. And guess what? God is spearheading this whole process. Because guess what? He's omnipresent. He's in front of me. He's beside me. He's in back of me. But guess what? Most important, he's in us. He's walking around in us. So no matter where we go at, right, we're going to dispense change in our practices. So I thank y'all for coming out and just being practitioners in the heart of our community. Thank y'all so much. Amen. All right.
Sharief, we want to thank you. We want to thank you for just always being there for us. I remember the first morning we met. And Phyllis set me up. We supposed to be doing art and having coffee. And next thing you know, there's a camera in my face. I'm just running my mouth. Y'all know I can't see. It's not you feel like somebody looking at, look, this young man got this camera and it's this steady photographing me. And Phyllis is over there just chuckling. And Kitty Pie over there and pulled out her camera. And I'm like, we got a photo session going on up in here. So we come together when we're sad, but we still come together when we're happy. Because what people fail to understand is that we have, let me put it to you in place so y'all can understand what I'm saying. I'm not going to say we have accepted the loss of our children. All right. But we're learning to deal with it the best we can, like Kiki summed it up, so we can help somebody else. Mm-hmm. But I told my cubs, right now, don't stop living. Don't stop living. Because her daughter, her son, I'm talking my son, everybody's child will want you to still live. Yep. Because that's the part of the process. Remember I said we were born to die. But while we're still here, make the dots after your name stand for something. So while we're here, we're going to do what we can do to bring on a change. Because change has to start from inside. So we're going to do that. You all are going to see us. You all are going to hear us. We're not going to stop. And I can truly say, in spite of what I'm going through this week, because y'all know the 26th is around the corner. Do you know when I walk through the gates of the Garden of Eden, I feel so good. I feel so good. Can I get a witness? It was peaceful. When we came through that gate, it's peace. It's peace. And I still say, it's sunshine up in here. It is sunshine. The rain don't bother me. But it's okay, because we still smiling, we still cry, but we're still standing. Yeah. We're still standing. So I want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being there to let us get our word out. You've been there from day one. You have been there, and you have never, ever shut that camera off. You let us say what it is we're feeling and what we need to say. You know, you got me on film saying some stuff we're like, oh, and you can see the look on his face like, I should have hit that button. I really should have hit that button. But we want to thank you for not hitting the button. Thank you for letting us come into your hood. We want to thank you for coming into our hood. Pastor, we so glad to be over here in your hood.
Amen.
In the Garden of Eden.
Amen.
Papa Bear over there?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey!
Papa Bear.
You're awesome.
We don't want to do
Yeah,
the
right.
last time, Papa Bear.
Thank
That's
you.
right. You a part
That's
of the
right.
family.
That's right.
All right. Excuse me.
Speak up, Clyde.
Listen,
Okay.
it's very sad occasion in our city. It's been this way for years. And I just want to send a good message to anybody who want to listen. If we're not going to do nothing about the problem, then we might as well shut up. Everybody doing a lot of talking,
That's right.
and they ain't doing no work. But most of us, we're part of the problem.
Bad, bro.
Be the solution to the problem.
That's right.
See, we're in the community every day.
Every day.
Not just one day, but every day.
Everything.
Because we concerned about our loved ones. You gotta be concerned about the loved ones.
Yeah, Papa.
I'm talking about before your sons start selling drugs, you gotta be concerned, you gotta stand up.
Yeah, Papa.
Before they get in situations that cause their life to be taken, you gotta stand up.
Yeah,
You
Papa.
gotta be a parent.
Yeah.
You gotta be a community leader.
Yeah.
A preacher that cares about people.
That's right.
Talk is cheap from where I'm sitting at. We talking too much,
Yeah.
doing no action.
Hey.
Then we crying because our babies laying here, but what about before they got there?
Wow.
What did you do to stop it?
Well.
Somebody can need to hear this message this afternoon and say, hey, you might not have no compassion. Well, look, check this out. I was one of them.
Yeah.
I've been shot, but God spared my life. And because He spared my life,
Well,
I'm here to
yes,
tell
sir.
somebody that there's a chance for anybody and everybody.
Yeah.
I hear the cries of the people.
Yeah.
I hear them, but look,
Yeah.
from where I'm sitting at,
Yeah.
I want to see some joy.
Joy. Amen.
A lot of things got to happen for this joy to come back.
Yeah, Lord.
People got to put down their ways.
Yeah.
And what will God do? Stand, we got to start loving each other like God loved us.
Yeah.
Got to start speaking to each other.
Yeah.
We're not enemies one to another. We fight a bigger enemy. The one we can't see every day is really trying to kill us all.
Yeah.
So this message I have for you is, look, this little light of mine, come on. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go,
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, Lord, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Every little step I take, hey, I'm gonna let it shine. Come on. Every little step I take,
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna let it shine.
Oh, Lord.
Every little step I take,
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Ho! Every move that we make, we gotta let it shine, let it shine. Every move that we make, we gotta let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Said already did.
Yeah,
son.
right.
I thought she was talking about. This is Miss Sammy's son. Sam.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I don't know his name. This was sent to me. Ain't that little young boy? Is that little young boy? I have no idea. I don't know his name either. But they were sent to me, and as they were sent to me, I printed them out. I just put them on. I didn't even know where they was coming from, but they were sent to my inbox, and I just took them.
They are part of it.
Wow. Beautiful. And of course, this was Daphne Austin's son, sorry. This is Angie Wanda Smith's husband.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So we all got a pain we never asked for, never dreamed of.
Never dreamed.
Come on, boy.
And of course, I got my shirt on me and my baby.
I was sitting on the steps and I was stopping you. Go what? Hey, yo, what the?
I got all that. Don't worry about it.